In this video, I'm going to pit the Dutch oven against the Instant Pot to make the famous French onion soup. Hi everyone, welcome back to Cravings for Adventures. I'm Ahmed. I have a really interesting experiment for you today. I'm going to be testing making the very traditional French onion soup in my Dutch oven as well as the Instant Pot. I've heard that you can make this very easily in the Instant Pot, and I have my doubts because I know this is something that needs to be cooked low and slow to develop flavor. So let's see how it goes. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure to ring that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Now let's get cooking. Before the battle begins, let me enhance my stock. I have 6 cups of stock here. Traditionally, beef is used, but you could also use mushroom, regular veggie, or chicken if you prefer. To jazz up the flavor, I'm going to throw in 3 bay leaves, 2 garlic cloves, a 1-inch stick of cinnamon, and my fave, I'm going to throw in 2 Star Anise. The Star Anise is going to give a mild licorice flavor to this stock. I'm going to boil this for 5 minutes just so the soup can take on some of the flavors. And once it's done, I'm just going to keep it aside. Let the games begin. Both my Dutch oven and my Instant Pot are heating up, and I'm going to add 6 ounces, that's roughly 170 grams of butter. I've divided this butter in half and I'm going to add it into both pots. I'm also going to add 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Again, I'm dividing this in half. As you can see, the butter is already melting fast in the Dutch oven. I have 3 pounds, that is 1.3 kilos of sliced onions here. You can use white or yellow onions for this, and I'm going to get half of this into my Dutch oven before the butter starts to burn. I'm going to put the other half into my Instant Pot. To help caramelize the onions, I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar, and I'm going to divide this between the 2 pots. I'm going to stir both frequently, but the Dutch oven is really the only one that I need to worry about as the caramelization is happening much faster. As you can see, the onions are browning faster, whereas the Instant Pot is pretty much the same. The Instant Pot isn't going to do too much in terms of coloring, so I'm just going to add in 1 tablespoon of flour and I'm going to stir it in. Typically, wine is used to deglaze, and I'm using a great French wine. You will need 1 cup, and because this is half a recipe, half is going into the Instant Pot. I'm also keeping a watch on my Dutch oven as we don't want these onions to caramelize and burn. I'm nervous that the liquid in the Instant Pot may not be enough, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm closing the lid and I'm going to select pressure cook and set the timer to 15 minutes. I'm also going to reduce the temperature on my Dutch oven onions, but these are looking really good. The onions took about 25 minutes to get to the stage and they are looking perfect now. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of flour, I'm going to stir it in, and the other half glass of white wine. Remember that I'm doing half recipe. If cooking a whole recipe in the pot, the onions may take a bit more time to brown. If you wish this to be gluten-free, omit the flour at this stage, and you can add a little cornstarch slurry later if you wish to thicken the soup. And if you want to omit the wine, you can use some apple juice, preferably something that has a low sugar content. Now I'm going to ladle in half the soup using a strainer to remove the whole spices and garlic. For a flavor boost, I'm adding 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and 2 of this are going into this pot. I'm going to taste for salt and add salt to taste. 10 minutes into cooking in the Instant Pot and I got the burn alarm, so I quickly shut off the pot and I'm waiting for the steam to release. This is a great feature of the Instant Pot. If it senses that your meal may be getting too brown at the bottom, the burn alarm goes off and you can rescue your meal. Let me see what this looks like. It looks good actually. It's not burnt, rather it just has a layer of caramelization at the bottom that looks perfect. I'm going to mix this in and I'm going to add the rest of the stock. I'm going to put my Instant Pot on saute mode and allow the soup to boil. You will notice that the soup in the Instant Pot has way more liquid than the Dutch oven. While the soup boils, I will grate some Parmesan cheese and I'm going to also slice a baguette. The baguette slices need to be lightly toasted. I'm just going to hit them with some olive oil and salt. And into my preheated oven it goes at 350, where I'll cook it for about 5 minutes. I'll let the soup in the Instant Pot cook for about 5 minutes. It's now time to add the Worcestershire sauce and some of the salt like I did in the other pot. The baguette slices are ready and I'm ready to assemble. This is totally optional, but I'm going to rub the tops of the slices with a clove of garlic. I used the same garlic clove from the soup so it didn't go to waste. I'm going to add the traditional soup in these very traditional soup bowls. These are oven proof. Add the toasted baguette on the top, and traditionally Gruyere cheese is used to top the soup. I only have Parmesan today, so I'm going to add a combination of cheddar and mozzarella just to give it that meltiness at the top, and I'm going to top it with Parmesan. You can add as little or as much cheese as you like. Now I'm going to use a different kind of ramekin for my Instant Pot soup. Add the bread and top with cheese. The best part of the French onion soup is that cheesy goodness at the top. These are going to go into my preheated oven. You can either bake them for 10 minutes till the cheese melts, or you can set it to broil for a few minutes. But if it's on broil, you will really have to watch it so it doesn't burn. Let's do the taste test. Texture-wise, the soup is definitely richer cooked in the Dutch oven, but the Instant Pot came pretty damn close, and it was made with much less effort than stirring constantly in the Dutch oven. Would I use it again to make a quick batch of soup? Hell yeah! Because my family loved the topping of the French onion soup so much, I used leftovers to make this shallow tray of toasted baguette. Just spread the leftover soup in a thin layer, add the toasted baguette and top with cheese. This is delicious on its own. I also like to make this as a bread accompaniment to serve with other dishes. Enjoy! Thank you so much for joining me on Cravings for Adventures. I hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for French onion soup, and I hope that you enjoyed the 2 ways that I made it so you can make it in your own home. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and do share it with your family and friends. Also, leave me a comment below. I really love hearing from you. And for fun behind the scenes footage, follow me on all my social channels. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, do take care. Bye.